What's up there, bro, JT? Hey, man, I just had to go on and send you a video response back, man, to your latest video about why we can't invest in our ministry, in our music ministry. And I got to admit, brother, you right on the money on it, as usual. And it's real sad, man, because I know I've been back in this area here in my home area for right around 17 years this year. And after I got out of the military, I came back in this area and been playing, off and on, well, actually on a regular basis, 17 years in one church alone. And believe it or not, Doc, in this here one church alone, I've seen them have the piano tuned one time in 17 years. I mean, I carry my own keyboard because I just refuse to play on a bad instrument unless I just have to. I mean, it just does something to my ear. And but you are right, and I see it so much. And we will spend a lot of money in other areas in the church. Sometimes, like you said, it doesn't even relate to the ministry at all. But we have no problem spending mega dollars, mega bucks, and trying to get this here. I've seen churches that go and buy, put $400, $500, and $600 in a cordless microphone system that they don't even know how to work and operate for, as far as for going into the pulpit. But when it comes to and then they don't have a mic at all in the choir stand. And it's not all churches. As a matter of fact, I know of quite a few ministers that very, very up to par, man, when it comes to knowing what to do and how to do and what needs to be done. But a lot of times the minister's hands be tied by certain members of the church. These here so-called quote unquote big shots of the church that's called themselves, that put $2 or $3 above a dime in the collection and in the tithe box, and they feel that they can run things, and they try to run the pastor as well. Because, matter of fact, and I won't call names, but I know quite a few pastors and ministers that very, very liberal thinking, and they're not stuck in tradition, and they love for the music ministry. They realize that the music ministry plays a very important role in the service of the church, as well as the preached word. They realize that, and I could take my hat off to them. Not all of them are ignorant to the fact, but now you said it right. When you got some of them, they put more emphasis on other areas in the ministry, but you got an out of order sound. I've been in churches, man, where I've been in when I walked up to play to the piano, and I see a big sign on it say out of order. I mean, come on. And it's as you said, brother, as you said, I shouldn't have to take. Now, I got my own equipment. As a matter of fact, God blessed me a few years back. I got me a Korg Triton, and it sounds very good and everything. I really like the instrument and everything, but that's mine. And I carry it to some churches. I have to if I'm gonna play anything. But I'm with you. Every church should have their own equipment. How can you be looking for a musician? How can you have musicals, as you were saying? Down here we call them choir anniversaries and whatnot, the same thing. How can you have something like that and you don't even have a decent microphone in the choir stand? I'm with you on that. And I mean, I go to these churches all the time. They don't even have not only do that, they do not have a decent organ or an upright piano or a keyboard. They don't even have, I mean, man, you can go to Radio Shack and get a little small keyboard. It don't, I mean, if get me one of these little 6-to-1 key or Casio keyboards, now I play it. I make it sound just like that Triton if I have to. It doesn't matter, but give me something to play. Give me something to play. You cannot be looking for a musician. You need to be looking for you something to play. You need an instrument first. And like you said, no microphone. And then if they do have one, it's broke, shorted out, staticky. God's house shouldn't be that way. But it's not the fact that we cannot do better. Some of us just will not do better. It's not because we can't. Some of us just won't. and then we divert funds in other areas, which really, I'm not going to say it's unimportant. Everything is important. Everything is important, but let's put the essential thing first. Okay, if you got a decent, if you have a decent mic in the pulpit, you at least need at least one or two decent mics in the choir stand. I mean, that, come on, people, come on. Let's get real. Let's get real. So JT, hey man, keep speaking the truth, brother. Maybe one day somebody will hear this, and I'm quite sure you're gonna get some response. Cause see, you made mention of the pulpit, and as far as for myself, I could care less about people. Well, matter of fact, you probably won't get too many response calls when you're talking about God and the truth, and people don't care nothing about that. So you might get a few from a select few people that really like the truth and the word of God, but you're not going to get too many video responses and even written responses, especially when you're speaking of the things of God. That's just the way it is, brother, and we just got to accept that. Matter of fact, when you start talking about God, people shy away from you. So, but nevertheless, that's not going to stop us. No. We got to speak the truth, and you know that's the truth is the only thing going to win, man. So, I'm with you, and I really want to see the day when we put the funds where they really need to be. And I'm not just saying just put all the funds in the music ministry. You can't do that either. But you got other ministries of the church. Some churches, they got the daycare and everything. You know, everybody needs what they need. And I feel that it should be evenly dispersed. You shouldn't put more emphasis in one than you do the other. And like I said, as you mentioned, I mean, you know, we got some great pastors. They really want to do, but a lot of time their hands are tied by the parishioners. In other words, these are people that are the lay people. In other words, the one that try to say that they giving big money. They feel that they should have all the say so about where things are spent, where the money is going, you know, whatnot. So, hey man, we got to just keep praying. And like you said, I carry my instrument, and I'm gonna make one more statement about what you said about if your instrument break down. Well, I'm going to tell you something about my Triton, the one at my Triton right now. I remember a few years back, and I take my Triton in this church, and I won't call the name. Every meeting service I play there. And one year at a function that my group Cross Calvary, we was having a June Jam, they call it. One of my keys, the A below middle C, went out. And to get it repaired, that's that one key costed me $78. Just that one key. Well, I told some of the members about it that was in the choir and from this particular church. You know what they told me? Well, I guess we're going to have to play the piano. And I'm like, wait a minute, when did we start playing the piano? Last time I checked, I was the piano player. So what you mean? But see, what they were saying here, before they give any money toward having fixed my keyboard, I just have to go over there and play that old raggedy out-of-tune piano that's over there in that corner, which I wasn't going to do if I had to leave the church. As a matter of fact, that's what I should have done. But like I said, I let my heart overtook my head. Because, I mean, I didn't feel it was the right thing to do to make everybody suffer because of the one individual. But man, I came very close to leaving that church. This is the church I've been with the longest too, 17 years. So if they see this video, they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But it doesn't matter because I tell them in the face, the truth is just the truth, man. But that was the statement that was made. I guess we going to have to play the piano then. And so in other words, that let me know if they got to spend any money, they'd rather for me to play that old raggedy out-of-tune piano than to try to give me $2 or $3 to help get my board out the shop. So brother, I'm with you on it, man, but keep speaking the truth. And I know where you're coming from. When are we going to get the top stuff in our choirs and in our church, in our music ministry, in our church? That makes the whole service go very, very well. This is the Minuteman, man, saying peace and goodbye.